Some men are born great. Others have greatness thrust upon them.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most notable television stars who outgrew their small screen roots. We'll be excluding actors whose careers only exploded after their show wrapped, like Tom Hanks.
They're having the big breakup talk, the one that begins, you know how we always promised each other we'd always be honest?
Number 30, Hilary Duff, Lizzie McGuire. Former teen idol Hilary Duff remains one of the biggest stars ever to grace the airwaves of the Disney Channel. Starring on the channel's hit comedy series, Lizzie McGuire made Duff a household name, and it wasn't long before Hollywood came calling. Not only was Lizzie McGuire huge enough to warrant a silver screen outing, but Duff scored roles in comedies like Cheaper by the Dozen and A Cinderella Story.
You can mess with your hair, and your nose, and your face, and you can even mess with my dad's diner. But you're through messing with me.
She also became a successful pop singer with an album that went 4 times platinum. Side note, if you're listening to us, Disney, we'd still love to see that scrapped Lizzie McGuire revival. It's what our dreams are made of.
Hey now, this is what dreams are made of.
Number 29, Ashton Kutcher, That 70s Show. It's hard to ever forget Michael Kelso and his trademark burn. During his stint on That 70s Show, Ashton Kutcher kept himself in clear view with movies like Dude, Where's My Car and The Butterfly Effect, and as the host of Punk'd.
Look out, because you're gonna get punked!
With That 70s Show being an ensemble effort, Kutcher was able to focus on other projects before graduating into the big leagues. Because of this, Kelso bid goodbye early in the final season. The actor saw further roles in movies like The Guardian and What Happens in Vegas before replacing Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men. To his credit, he did return for That 70s finale, and he also made a cameo in That 90s Show, though the personal lives of him and his wife Mila Kunis in the 2020s have not been without backlash. Number 28, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Party of Five. Jennifer Love Hewitt started as a child star, appearing in advertisements and the Disney Channel show Kids Incorporated before making her teenage breakthrough in Party of Five.
I just kind of had the cab driver drive me up and down Lombard Street over and over. He thought I was crazy, but I used to love that when I was little.
She also had a music career from a young age, releasing an album at age 16 titled, Let's Go Bang. While Party of Five was still on the air, Hewitt's fame reached new heights with starring roles in the I Know What You Did Last Summer horror franchise and the teen comedy Can't Hardly Wait.
So he's sort of tall,
Kinda.
with hair,
Yeah.
and he wears t-shirts sometimes.
Yeah. Yes.
By the time Hewitt started working with stars as big as Garfield, the cat, not the British guy, we thought she had left her television days behind. But then, she returned to haunt our airwaves with Ghost Whisperer. Number 27, Blake Lively, Gossip Girl. Before the Pinterest plantation wedding and the questionable movie PR, Blake Lively's biggest scandal was just that the teenage drama Gossip Girl was a bit too saucy for some parents. But the show's audience loved it, creating a massive hit for the CW and launching Lively into stardom.
So, think I got a shot at a second date?
Well, I don't think you could top this one.
I did punch someone.
True. We'll talk about it in the cab.
Despite a burgeoning movie career and aspirations of being a lifestyle influencer, she stuck around as Serena van der Woodsen until the series ended in 2012. Since then, Lively has starred in movies like A Simple Favor and The Age of Adeline.
You look like sisters.
You better stop. It'll go straight to my head.
How is that possible?
A new face cream from Paris.
Made from the royal jelly of the queen bee.
Okay, darling. Bye-bye now. Great seeing you.
Number 26, Queen Latifah, Living Single. In 1993, Queen Latifah was a bubbling under rapper who managed to sign a television deal with Fox. She soon became a star on the sitcom Living Single, where she stayed on as a cast member until its conclusion in 1998.
From now on, I'm not gonna let my job run my life.
Pardon me, but that's my toothbrush.
No, it's a symbol of oppression.
Around the time Living Single debuted, Latifah's rap career began to take off with the release of Black Rain, which made her the first solo female rapper to receive a gold certification for an album. Later, she would have a successful career in Tinseltown, starring in movies like Chicago, which earned her an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress.
If you want my gravy, never my ragu. Spice it up for mama, she'll get hot for you.
Number 25, Tim Allen, Home Improvement.
Tool time greet. What do you say, Al? Come on, guys.
Even though Tim Allen was a TV star both in the real world and on the fictional Tool Time, in the early 90s, there was still room for improvement when it came to his career. Luckily, he didn't have to wait too long, as he was soon making that Disney dollar suiting up as St. Nicholas himself in the Santa Claus.
You missed me already? I've been gone, 10 minutes? Give me a break. I was on my way to Cleveland.
Alongside the holiday classic, which became a trilogy, Allen also lent his voice to the one and only Buzz Lightyear, and has starred in films like Wild Hogs and Christmas with the Cranks.
And then, you got all your wrinkles are gone.
Number 24, Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana. In the Disney Channel series Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus played the role of a teenager juggling her everyday life with a secret pop star identity.
Hannah! Welcome to my Sweet 16. Emphasis on the sweet.
Yep, everything looks great here. Happy B-Day. Air kiss. I gotta go bye.
Once the series was over, Cyrus was quick to let us know that there's only one Miley, and she was here to leave her mark on the music scene. Songs like Wrecking Ball and Flowers didn't just hit the charts, they blew right through them, as both tracks landed at the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. With success like that, we're pretty sure she could buy herself a whole rose garden or two.
I can take myself dancing. I can hold my own head.
Number 23, Selena Gomez, Wizards of Waverly Place.
I'm thinking my slippers, my gray sweats with holes in them, and my dad's old concert t-shirt from the band called Oingo Boingo.
Selena Gomez made television magic for kids everywhere with Wizards of Waverly Place. But her career in children's television actually began earlier, with a role on Barney and Friends. However, there's no denying that it's the Disney machine that made Gomez a superstar, both in acting and music. She later returned to the Mouse House, this time through Hulu and Disney Plus, for the acclaimed TV series Only Murders in the Building, sharing the screen with comedy legends Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Okay, so Saz came up here for the wine. There's a bullet hole in the glass, and I found a couple of shards on the windowsill, so it seems the bullet came in, not out.
With such powerhouses in the lead, there was no way the show wasn't going to be a hit. In 2024, Gomez stepped back into the shoes of Alex Russo, appearing in the Waverly Place reboot. Number 22, Zendaya, Shake It Up, and KC Undercover. We're tempted to joke that the Z in Gen Z should be for Zendaya due to how prominent she is, but that would needlessly restrict her stranglehold on pop culture to one generation. The number of memorable roles Zendaya has taken in films like Dune and Challengers and the HBO drama Euphoria make it easy to forget her early days as a Disney star.
I love you. No, you don't. Stop saying that! You don't love me!
But just like many young celebs who have made it big, she got her start on the Disney Channel, first appearing in the series Shake It Up, before landing the lead role in KC Undercover.
I'm 100% sure about my decision. I'm gonna be a spy. And I'm gonna go to college!
Number 21, Jason Segel, How I Met Your Mother. Neil Patrick Harris's Barney Stinson might get most of the love, but Marshall knocked it out of the park.
Have you ever thought about how many different kinds of fish there are? And the names of those fish.
How I Met Your Mother managed to last 9 seasons without someone from the main cast dropping out. 3 years into the show's run, however, Jason Segel wrote and starred in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, a raunchy comedy that earned 85% on Rotten Tomatoes and established Marshall as a bankable actor.
Sorry for all the wrong I've done. I finished trying. It was a wonderful dream.
Proving to be a hit on the small and big screen, Jason landed roles in Despicable Me, The Muppets Revival, and The 5-Year Engagement.
Not to be competitive, but our wedding is gonna be way better.
Number 20, Katherine Heigl, Grey's Anatomy. Heigl became a household name for her role as Izzy Stevens in Grey's Anatomy. She remains the only regular cast member from the medical drama to win an Emmy for the show.
You're a doctor, obviously.
I was a doctor. I'm not anymore.
Her star was shining brighter than ever, as Heigl led box office successes like Knocked Up, 27 Dresses, and The Ugly Truth.
I'm not desperate. Why, did you think I sounded desperate?
At the time, she was also the only member of the series to consistently appear on TV and in cinemas. While her Grey's Anatomy tenure is remembered for the controversy it circulated, with Izzy quickly written off the show, Heigl usually remained the lead star in her subsequent films and TV shows, including Netflix's Firefly Lane.
I'm a goddamn legend in the making. That's right, you are.
Number 19, Dan Stevens, Downton Abbey. From Yorkshire to 18th century France, this English actor's talent is timeless. Downton Abbey captured the hearts of viewers from around the world, partially due to Dan Stevens' captivating performance as Matthew Crawley.
It'll take a man who's more than I am now to follow you, so don't think about me.
Previously known for his stage work, Stevens gave the historical period drama 3 seasons before leaving to try something new. First, the gamble did not pay off, with 2014's The Guest being the actor's biggest film. But Stevens reached superstardom with Disney's live-action Beauty and the Beast. Number 18, Michelle Williams, Dawson's Creek. After multiple Oscar nominations, as well as an Emmy and 2 Golden Globe wins, it's difficult to think of a time when Michelle Williams was part of a teen drama cast.
Well, get over it. Not everything in life has to be so complicated.
The actress got her break as Jen Lindley in Dawson's Creek, and she stayed with the show through its entire run. However, her career has since been defined by dramas like Brokeback Mountain, Manchester by the Sea, and the lead role in My Week with Marilyn.
You should get out more. You should see the sights.
Well, I am the sights.
Her time on Dawson's Creek is now seen as the starting point for what is a critically acclaimed career on the big screen.
You don't be afraid, sweetheart. And remember, to love is to live.
Number 17, John Travolta, Welcome Back, Kotter. Thanks to John Travolta, disco and musicals were brought to life with the successes of Saturday Night Fever and Grease. The actor experienced superstardom while continuing to appear in Welcome Back, Kotter.
Up your nose with a rubber hose.
This sitcom features Travolta in the role of a troublemaking high school student. During its run, he first broke through the big screen in the Stephen King adaptation Carrie, but the actor still saw Welcome Back, Kotter through its 4 seasons. It wouldn't be decades until Travolta returned to the small screen. By then, his musical legacy continued to inspire fans to get their groove on. Despite suffering a period of decline, he roared back to the A-list with Pulp Fiction for a career resurgence.
What do they call it? They call it Royale with cheese.
Number 16, Johnny Depp, 21 Jump Street. Watching Johnny Depp in the 21 Jump Street film was a fun surprise, but decades earlier, it was the TV series that garnered him the status of a teen icon.
Tom, it's either this or I assign you to desk at Parker Center until you look old enough to be a cop.
I am a cop.
The actor was the poster boy for the crime drama before leaving by the 4th season. By then, Edward Scissorhands got Depp the big screen recognition he needed. Films like What's Eating Gilbert Grape and Ed Wood then established him as a leading man. Of course, it was the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise that propelled him to worldwide fame, as Jack Sparrow became a pop culture mainstay.
You will always remember this as the day that you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
With many other popular characters like Willy Wonka, Sweeney Todd, and Gellert Grindelwald in the bag, Depp's Jump Street days are now the beginning of a celebrated filmography.
Here. Welcome to the 80s.
Thanks.
Number 15, Ariana Grande, Victorious and Sam and Cat. Rather than her acting career, Ariana Grande's rise to the top came from her musical success. After getting her start in the Nickelodeon series Victorious as the lovably ditzy Cat Valentine, Grande briefly headlined its spin-off Sam and Cat.
What was that noise? I think it's the sound of 2 girls about to be squashed inside a garbage truck. Well, you don't mean us, right?
However, the simultaneous release of her albums Yours Truly and My Everything exploded in popularity. And just like that, starring in a Nickelodeon sitcom seemed minute in front of an ever-growing singing career. With each album becoming a smash hit, the sky's the limit for the former Cat Valentine. Grande's acting may have taken a backseat, but she still had time for on-screen appearances in shows like Scream Queens, along with the big screen adaptation of Wicked. Number 14, Adam Driver, Girls. Among the most versatile actors in recent years, Adam Driver has starred in dark dramas, action thrillers, and big-budget blockbusters.
You know I can take whatever I want.
The actor first gained wider attention for playing Kylo Ren in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, but Driver's streak of critical praise began with HBO's Girls, which he appeared in for its entire tenure.
Hannah, I hear where you stand, and as an outsider looking in, I'm impressed.
Impressively, Driver was on Girls during the releases of hits like Inside Llewyn Davis, Silence, Logan Lucky, as well as during his Star Wars role. In the face of so much big screen acclaim, mainstream audiences can't be faulted for being unaware of the HBO series. Since its conclusion, Driver has gone on to carve a bigger legacy, with well-received performances in Marriage Story and House of Gucci.
My uncle is in prison and my cousin thinks I'm scum. You think that's constructive?
Number 13. Denzel Washington, Saint Elsewhere. By the time Denzel Washington took home his first Oscar for the 1989 film Glory, it was clear that the versatile actor and bona fide movie star had outgrown his time on television.
I mean, what's the point? Ain't nobody gonna win, it's just gonna go on and on.
Can't go on forever.
Yeah, but ain't nobody gonna win, so.
Somebody's gonna win.
After getting his on-screen start in the medical drama Saint Elsewhere, Washington would become known as one of the greatest actors of his generation. He's appeared in countless iconic roles throughout his decade-spanning career, including in films like Malcolm X, Training Day, and Flight. But Washington's love for the stage has never faded. His theater roots led him to direct, produce, and star in the film adaptation of Fences, a play he had previously headlined on Broadway.
You responsible for what you do.
I ain't talking the responsibility of it. As long as it's sitting right in my heart, then I'm okay. Because that's all I listen to. It tell me right and wrong every time.
Number 12. Eddie Murphy, Saturday Night Live. After breaking out as a cast member on Saturday Night Live in the early 80s, Eddie Murphy was ready to start making people laugh on a larger scale. This silver screen dream manifested in comedy classics such as the Beverly Hills Cop series, now a tetralogy thanks to the Netflix reboot, and Coming to America.
I know what I like, and I know you know what I like because you were trained to know what I like, but I would like to know what you like. For instance, do you have a favorite food?
It also resulted in Norbit and the Adventures of Pluto Nash, but while the last two might not exactly be masterpieces, Murphy will always be in our good books thanks to his positive impact on our childhood as Donkey in Shrek.
All right, nobody move. I got a dragon here and I'm not afraid to use it. I'm a donkey on the edge.
Number 11. Bruce Willis, Moonlighting. When the average person thinks of Bruce Willis, they usually think of his role in Die Hard.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Willis is recognized among the action icons of Hollywood, but the actor initially got his start next to Sybil Shepherd in Moonlighting.
But most of all, I don't want to talk with you.
Hey, I can take a hint.
The mystery comedy series sees the pair as detectives who use quirky methods to solve crimes. The chemistry between Willis and Shepherd served as the main hook for the series, but the former struck die-hard gold around the 4th season. The movie was just a stepping stone for a big career, which also meant that Moonlighting's days were numbered.
David.
What?
Nothing. Forget it.
It's forgotten.
Fine.
Fine.
After the show's conclusion, Willis would go on to deliver memorable hits like The Sixth Sense, Pulp Fiction, 12 Monkeys, and more to cement himself as a leading star. Number 10. Woody Harrelson, Cheers. The character of Woody Boyd was created after the death of previous Cheers bartender Coach, played by Nicholas Colasanto. However, Woody Harrelson won audiences over with his boyish charm and would remain with the sitcom for 8 further seasons.
Sam, a cat and a mouse don't play together. They're mortal enemies. They don't even know the same game. Think before you speak, Sam.
Near the show's end, Harrelson showed his acting chops in White Man Can't Jump, which kickstarted his film career. 1994's Natural Born Killers reconfirmed his place in cinema, as Harrelson wowed with his against-type performance.
It's just murder, man. All God's creatures do it in some form or another.
The actor has since expanded his horizons, appearing in action comedies like Zombieland and franchise movies like The Hunger Games and Planet of the Apes. Not too bad for someone who got his start tending bar at Cheers.
You people are as dear to me as my own family. More so, in fact.
Really, Woody?
Oh, yeah, well, for one thing, none of you call me Huckleberry. I hate being called Huckleberry.
That's your nickname, Woody?
No, Woody is.
Number 9. Chris Pratt, Parks and Recreation. Nothing can replace Mouse Rat, but Guardians of the Galaxy is a close second. Chris Pratt started off as a sidekick on the TV drama Everwood, before landing a part on Parks and Recreation.
Andy Dwyer, security, suites, body man, javelin if need be.
While Andy always brought the laughs, many were taken by surprise when Pratt was cast as Star-Lord in James Gunn's superhero blockbuster. Guardians of the Galaxy and Pratt's performance received near universal praise, instantly turning the TV actor into one of Hollywood's biggest stars.
Now bring it down hard. Someday.
Pratt appears in the Jurassic World films as well as Marvel's Infinity War, so Andy and Pratt is here to stay. Number 8. Jennifer Aniston, Friends. As the faces of one of the most successful shows of all time, the sitcom's entire cast was pretty much set for life.
See, that's how we buy stuff.
While all 6 Friends landed roles outside of television, Jennifer Aniston is the only one to completely outshine the series that made her famous. Due to a string of lucrative romantic comedies, including Office Space and The Breakup, Aniston established herself as a reliable comedic actress capable of holding her own alongside any other celebrity. Putting aside Aniston's film career, the media has always kept tabs on her private life, ensuring the actress is known for more than just Rachel. Number 7. Donald Glover, Community. Writer, actor, and rapper, Childish Gambino is the full package. Prior to landing the role of Troy Barnes on Community, Donald Glover paid his dues as a writer on 30 Rock. While no stranger to the camera, Troy was Glover's first big acting role, which lasted for the next 5 years. In the meantime, the actor released 2 albums under the pseudonym of Childish Gambino. Preferring to focus on his own work, Glover created and starred in Atlanta, a highly acclaimed comedy drama that won multiple Emmys.
You a drug dealer now?
As Childish Gambino, he also took home a Grammy for Redbone, dialing up his fame factor another notch. Number 6. George Clooney, ER. A bankable movie star and proven producer today, George Clooney got his big break when he was cast as ER's Dr. Doug Ross.
93, vital stable.
93, way to go. You made it. How about that, kiddo?
The role led to a couple of Emmy and Golden Globe nominations, and for 5 years, Clooney juggled a busy television and film schedule, including the films Out of Sight and From Dusk Till Dawn. In 1999, Clooney made his final appearance as a full-time cast member and set his sights on Hollywood. Within a couple of years, the charismatic actor was sharing the silver screen with Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, and Julia Roberts in Ocean's 11. Number 5. Will Smith, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, come on, Uncle Phil, you're gonna ruin my rep.
Music, TV, and film. There is nothing Big Willie cannot do. By the time The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air hit the scene, DJ Jazzy Jeff and The Fresh Prince had already released 3 full-length albums. Born and raised in Philadelphia, Smith's larger-than-life personality and charisma survived the transition to the small screen, transforming the rapper into a household name. After conquering music and TV, the film industry was the next logical step, with Independence Day and Men in Black cementing Will Smith as an A-list celebrity, though his later career has not been without controversy.
All right, I'm in. Because look, there's some next level shit going on around here, and I'm with that.
Number 4. Michael J. Fox, Family Ties. Who else can say they became a werewolf and a time traveler in the same year? Michael J. Fox is synonymous with the 80s, and worked on multiple TV series before landing the role of Alex P. Keaton on Family Ties. Soon thereafter, Steven Spielberg and Back to the Future came knocking, propelling Fox into the big leagues.
You've got to come back with me!
Where?
Back to the Future!
The sci-fi classic proved an instant hit and spawned 2 sequels, although Michael continued to appear on Family Ties. Once Alex P. Keaton's days were done, for a while, Fox focused on film, before returning with acclaim to the small screen in Spin City. Number 3. Melissa McCarthy, Mike and Molly. The energetic actress had been in the business for over a decade when Mike and Molly started its run. Within 3 years, Melissa McCarthy went from a relatively unknown actress to one of TV and film's leading comedic talents.
Hey, shut my mouth. Look at
Unbelievable.
After her star-making performance in Bridesmaids, McCarthy would go on to work repeatedly with director Paul Feig, with leading roles in The Heat, Spy, and the 2016 Ghostbusters remake. Despite being one of the most in-demand talents in Hollywood, McCarthy remained committed to Mike and Molly, lasting a full 6 seasons before the sitcom called it a day.
Right. And what the 4 of us?
Number 2. Steve Carell, The Office. The Dana Carvey Show lasted for 7 short episodes, but managed to gift the world 2 future stars. Alongside Stephen Colbert, Steve Carell went on to perform on The Daily Show before securing the beloved role of Michael Scott on the US version of The Office.
The worst thing about prison was the Dementors. They were flying all over the place and they were scary, and then they'd come down and they'd suck the soul out of your body and it hurt.
While the mockumentary struggled through its first season, Carell's performance in The 40-Year-Old Virgin drew more attention to the series. For around 7 years, Carell balanced a film and TV career, before finally retiring the character of Michael Scott. Since then, the comedian has branched out into different genres, including an Academy Award-nominated turn in Foxcatcher. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Robin Williams, Mork and Mindy. The incomparable Robin Williams delighted fans for decades with his high-energy brand of comedy.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Williams is also known for delivering heartfelt dramatic performances in films like Dead Poets Society, Awakenings, and Good Will Hunting. What some might overlook is that Williams got his start playing an alien in Mork and Mindy.
I am Mork from Mork. Nanu nanu.
Part of the Happy Days franchise, Mork went on hilarious adventures in the late 70s and early 80s. In addition to his rising stand-up career, Williams was seen in popular films like Popeye and The World According to Garp while Mork and Mindy was still on air. After the series cancellation, Williams never looked back, entertaining viewers with classic characters like Peter Pan, Ramon and Lovelace, Theodore Roosevelt, and everyone's favorite genie.
The ever impressive. The long contained,
often imitated,
but never duplicated genie of the lamp.
Did we miss your favorite small screen star who made it big? Blow us up in the comments.
Well, I seen enough. Y'all want something to drink? Beer or something? I got some stuff in the trunk.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.